Your diagnosis on Aleppo. Why hasn't anyone in the international community moved in to try and protect the innocent? And why are we seeing such great, monumental, horrific collateral damage?
Well, I think, JD, because we've been spectators from the beginning, because we have failed the humanity in Syria when it really was about freedom in 2011, 2012. It was a rebellion against tyranny of the Baathists, of the Assad regime. And then Iran started to move in, providing fighters to bolster up Assad's failing military. And then in 2015, the Russians started running operations. And once the Russians took control militarily, there was really not much left to do because they have a veto vote in the Security Council at the UN. So the world has remained observers in what was the YouTube revolution. And, you know, this is a personal thing for me. I have family in Aleppo. My grandfather and parents escaped Aleppo in the 60s, and now I have cousins, aunts, and uncles all beyond despondent, horrifically frightened, barely with water and food in South Aleppo. Thankfully, they're not in East Aleppo. But even the last week, JD, where they've told people to leave or be killed, they went to leave, 40,000 went to leave Aleppo, and they were blocked by Shia militia. The Iranian militia coming, the Shia militia there now are from northern Iraq. They're coming from Iraq. So you know that this is a regional conflict. It's no longer simply a civil war.
As you describe the situation, obviously so personal to you, so horrific, the scenes we see via television and social media, is this the bitter fruit in these last days of Mr. Obama's presidency of, quote, leading from behind?
It's not even leading. It's the bitter taste of what happens when the world's powers fill in vacuums where America is absent, where the calculus is not only what America's interests are, but our values are gone. And that's been filled by not only ignoring red lines of use of chemical weapons by the Assad regime, but handing the Iranians $150 billion to be used to arm Assad and that entire region to take over Iraq. The Russians basically feel they can do anything aside from the cyber warfare, the propaganda against us in the region. They are maintaining their base in Tartus, and Assad is their man. And there's no crimes against humanity that are beyond them and that they will do to maintain that stronghold there. And the UN is irrelevant. Our values of what is a moral conflict no longer matter.